Instagram just connected with us. Hello, pretty people. Facebook is in the building. Facebook is in the building. Yes, I wanted to quickly share some business tips, motivation, and inspiration with my peoples today. It's Monday. And so what do? Yes, it's Marvelous Monday, Motivational Monday, Money Making Monday, you name it. What do you call it? Motivational Monday? Did I say that? So tell me, are you excited because you started a business? You want to start a business? You're building a business? Yes, you're my people. So you are my people. Yes, hello, gorgeous. Good to see you. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Just put it in the chat. I like to know my audience. I know I got Alabama. I know I got Detroit. I know I have Kentucky. Yes, let me know where you are. I got Instagram, TikTok, and my Facebook groups and family and my fan pages. Hello, gorgeous. Yes, I miss you too. If you follow my stories, please make sure you follow because we're going to talk all things stories today. And I just learned a great tip I want to share with you about stories that's going to help your audience grow, that's going to help your business grow. And so I love sharing. Sharing is caring. So if you're anything like me, hashtag pretty people, that's what the Pretty People organization is about. You guys are pretty when you celebrate, collaborate, and create great relationships. So that's the Pretty People. So if you want to celebrate other people, yes, there's so much room at the top. Baby, we don't have to push anybody down to go up. We can all go up together. And then if you want to celebrate, you want to collaborate, all you guys that are successful, let's collaborate, find out how we can help each other. And this is how we create great relationships. So that is a pretty person. So I'm not talking about the physical pretty, even though I'm cute. We're really talking about what you want to do on the inside that makes you pretty. So yes, if you want some pretty people gear, go to the link tree. Yes, go to my link in the bio, grab some pretty people gear, sport your pretty people gear. Be like, I'm a pretty person. And people are like, well, what's pretty people? And then you get to say, we celebrate, collaborate, and create great relationships. That's how we win. When we work together, that's how we win. Doesn't matter what's happening in the system. Doesn't matter what's happening in the government. What's happening in the Supreme Court. If we collaborate and we celebrate everyone's success, imagine where we're going to be. So that's a pretty person. So hashtag to the pretty people like me. Yes, I should say hashtag pretty people. Yes. And so that's what makes you pretty. If you want to support the organization Pretty People, just grab some Pretty People merchandise. And that's how you can be supportive. And I continue to share business tips with you. I continue to help you grow your organizations, grow your social media. So if you're joining me for the very first time, put newbie in the chat. Say, I'm a newbie, Jerusha. You're just now hearing the sound of my voice. You are a newbie. Love the newbies. If you watch the replay, but if you tag two people or share the broadcast, you and I just became besties. We're like best friends. Hey, girl. I just don't believe that's creating relationships. I just don't believe if you're watching me, if you like my stuff, if you follow, we can be friends and create some great things. Like you're no longer a stranger. And I don't understand if you want a big net worth, you got a net work. And so this is the work is meeting new people. So we're going to talk all things stories. And so, yes, get your pen and paper. Go ahead and tag your business bestie. Say, girl, we don't want to miss this goodness. And so I continue to show up for you guys every Tuesday. I know today's Monday. Every Tuesday at 1:30, I do a quick lunch and learn for my peoples. And so make sure you mark that on your calendar right now. Do it right now. Make sure that you're following because this is how we change the world in our own little way is we educate ourselves, we implement, and then we share with other people. We educate ourselves, we implement, and then we share with other people. And that's how we change the world. So when I share, you share. That's how we change the world, baby. All right, so let's do this. So let's talk all things stories. So I'm Jerusha, motivational speaker, radio personality, business coach, social marketer. I help people build their businesses online and offline. So I create what I call double threats, actually triple threats, right? So hashtag double threats. And then helping you learn how to leverage and monetize social media. We have to use this tool. Social media is a tool to me, right? All of this technology is a tool. We got to maximize this tool till its full capacity. And so I want to make sure we use the tool and don't let the tool use you. Use the tool. Don't be a fool. Okay. And so we want to find out more on how you can actually get in front of more people. And here's what I know for sure. Here's what I'm going to share with you is, can stories help grow your business, grow your audience, grow your presence if you used it correctly? So I'm going to give you some basic business tips right here. Write it down. Steps 1, 2, and 3 that you can start implementing today. Nothing is stopping you, my dear. Even I have to do more stories, right? Because if you follow me, I always post 1 to 3 times in my feed, but you're supposed to be posting in your stories even more, especially if you want to grow online. Now, if that's not your jam, you're like, I don't really want to grow, then I'm not speaking to you. I'm talking to the people who want to start a business, or they currently have a business and they want more clients in their business. You're my peoples today. All right. Yes. So, happy Monday to you too. I appreciate your presence. So the busier you are, the more intentional you must be. Okay. I'm telling you, don't just scroll on social media. Don't just look at other people become successful on social media. You do it. You start doing it. And I am just like a lot of you. I was afraid of social media, afraid of technology, but I did it anyway, right? I'm usually afraid. I'm scared of a lot of stuff, but I'm also courageous enough not to sit and I'm courageous enough to jump. I definitely believe that I like the thrill. I want to see what's going to happen. I like it. I'm like, ooh, let's do that. Okay. I want to see what's going to happen. And so I will try, especially if it's going to enhance my business, grow my business, continue to build my legacy. I'm going to try it. So here's some things that you can do. You better write this down, pretty people. I thank you so much for putting it in the chat for me. Number 1, stories. Everyone knows stories are up only 24 hours. So if you missed my stories this weekend, it's already gone. So 24 hours, people see the stories. I just think it's a highlight reel of your life. That's all it is, a highlight of the behind the scenes, what you ate, where you traveled to, your vacations, all the things, because this is how people really get to know the person, right? In my feed, this is my feed. This is more evergreen. That means this broadcast a year from now still be relevant, right? So everything in your feed should be evergreen. You can reuse it, repost it, all the things. In your stories, it's more, to me, more fun, more entertaining. The stories, you can sell more in your stories. You can market more in your stories. I think it's important that you put a lot of the activities that you have going on, promotions, testimonials, things like that. You better write this down in your stories. And because stories is only 24 hours. Now, the other thing is, if you go to the story privacy, click on story, and then your settings, right? Or the 3 dots, you want to make sure your stories is public. Okay. And you want to make sure stories should be public and saved. So you want it to be public. I don't understand. This is just my observation, okay, on my page and other people that I follow. People that are successful online, their stuff is public. It's public. Now, if you are a private person, then don't post the things that are private. That's your answer. It doesn't mean make your page private. It means don't post the things you don't want people to see. That's what that means, okay? You having a hard day, you don't want anybody to see you that day, don't post that. So you're in control of what is being shared on your feed. So you don't have to share your life. If you have little children and you're running from somebody and you don't want people to find your children or find you, then don't post that type of content. That's it. That's the answer. But if you want me to support your business and I'm not a part of your private circle, how can I support your business? I don't even know you have one. And so I meet people so often in my trainings with people is their page is private and they have 300 people in their private page. And you said, I keep posting, no one's purchasing my lotions, my potions, my t-shirts, my lashes. Well, you're only posting to 300 people. You're not posting to, 4.8 billion people on social media. Even in that, you're not posting. Everybody's not going to see it. So just understand write this down. When your page is private, The number of people that see it is the people that you've accepted in your private community. So you are not trying to be worldwide. I'm trying to be worldwide, baby. Public, public, public. I want to be seen. I want to share what I know for sure. I want to shorten somebody else's learning curve. I want to do that, right? I want to get on more stages. I want to do it. And so I want my organization to grow. I want to help 100 women, 100 families earn $100,000. Therefore, I have to be public to meet those people. Now, if you want to stay private, that's fine. Create another account for your business. Now, I didn't say a business page because that's a whole nother training. Your business page is different from your profile page. If you're on Facebook, Instagram is just one, TikTok is just one. All right. So I'm not saying create a business page if that's not your desire. I'm saying you have to have a main profile page where you can showcase your talents, your gift, your service, your opportunity. It needs to be a place where it's public, where people I can't order from you because it's private. I don't even know you sell whatever you sell, candles. I don't even know you sell the candles. Okay. So make sure everything's public. You can save it. And stories is your life throughout the day. And so like this right here, I need to take a picture that I'm doing a live. Join me on the live at 1:30. That's a post that goes in my stories. I think a lot of times for me, and tell me if you're like me, I forget the little things that people probably want to see, like the behind the scenes of me starting this live at 1:30. Like this is a post, and it goes in my stories. And so I just want to encourage you that everything is content. Okay. I know you don't think it's exciting. I don't think my life is exciting, right? I think I can be entertaining sometimes, but I don't think it's that exciting. But people want to know. That's how they get to know you. People want to know what's going on. What did you do today? What are you planning to do tomorrow and the rest of the week? They want to know how it's going for you. That's why they have reality shows, even though it's a little tailored. I worked in television. Okay. But they have the reality shows. And I think Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston, bless her soul, I think they were like the first ones to do a reality show. And everybody watched Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown's show because they wanted to see how they actually live. That's how your stories is. People want to know how you actually live. Like this right here, obviously this is a planned training, right? But they want to know, well, what do you eat candy? I do eat candy, right? So they want to know your trip to the grocery store. What's your favorite candy? You know, I'm a lover of ice cream. You know, I love Bluebell ice cream, particularly the Millennium Crunch. That's the only one that I love. And so people want to know things about you. So when they feel like they know you, they know your life. I have 2 boys. I live in Atlanta, all the things. They're like, I know her. That's her. And so I was in the store the other day, Friday. I was in the store on Friday. And a lady came up to me and she goes, excuse me. And I thought she was trying to pass me in the aisle. And I moved over. I was like, okay, you can go ahead. She was like, no, excuse me. Are you on the internet? And so I was like, yes. And so she was like, you do like the motivation? And I was like, oh, yes. And so she was like, I thought that was you. And so that's because my page is public. Right. So now if I see you someplace or whatever, girl did it at the Quick Trip. She's like, she rolled down the window. She was like, pretty people. And so that's how you grow an audience, right? You show up, you share. And I'm not saying overshare. If you're healing from something, wait till you've healed and share the story of success or triumph, of overcome. People want to know that it's possible. Okay. So stories is your life throughout the day. So write this down. So what's the point of it? I'm going to give you some things, 3 P's. I call it the 3 P's. The purpose. Write this down. Pretty person is putting this in the chat for me. Okay. I love the interaction. Heart me up on Instagram and TikTok. I love it. The first P is purpose. Number 1, purpose. Behind the scene of your human life. Be human. Be fun in the stories. Just silly side. I ride the bike. You know, I actually exercise. I run on the treadmill. All of those things are more story related. Be authentic. Be you, your family, your lifestyle, your products. This is where I showcase a lot of the collagen that I use, the special liquid collagen that I started using. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. We don't know what we don't know. And once your mind is expanded, it can never go back to smaller dimensions. And once I found out the benefits of this particular science proven, award winning liquid collagen, I was like, Jeru, sure, you got to get into it. And so I post a lot of the collagen info and the benefits. It helps, your hair, your nails, your gut, your digestion, your bones, your joints, your heart, your gums. And so it's so many benefits to this particular collagen. I had to share it with you guys. So yes, so all of that is in my stories. And so your product, my testimonials, the before and afters in the stories. Any activities like I just explained to you, and anything that's funny. People come here to be entertained. They do want to laugh. I get it. It's some funny TikToks. I mean, it's some funny reels. It's funny. There's also some serious ones that we need to look at those. And so I think that if you have that type of humor, share it, showcase it, girl. You're funny. I wish I was funny. I have funny people around me, but I'm not funny at all. I'm like, girl, you is corny. But I like to watch other people entertain me in that way. That's your stories. So you don't get attention unless you are trusted, right? And so people start to find you like, oh, I trust this person. She's showing up all the time. You don't get trusted unless you get attention. So you will bring attention to your page. So once they find your stories, they're going to want to know a little bit more, right? And I'm like, let me find the person's page. That's the point, is for you to grow your page, grow your audience, grow your organization. So I'll say it again. You don't get attention unless you are trusted. You don't get trusted unless you get attention. And so you do want to show up. And I know a lot of you like, I'm an introvert, or I can never do that, never do that. Guess what? We all have different personalities. Like when you're with your family, you're a whole different person. When I'm with my family, I'm a whole different person. If I'm with my, business partners, I'm a different person. Like we all have different personalities. And so it's okay to showcase a lot of those personalities every now and then. And so don't be too shy that you miss your blessing. Okay, that's number one, purpose. Number two, the next P is point. The point of it all in all of this is living the way you want because of your side hustle or your business. And so I get to, notice that I said that, I get to build my own business, work my own schedule, go pick up my son from football, basketball, travel to see my parents anytime that I want, go sit with my dad's hospital appointments. I don't have any stress when I do that. For me, it was more about the lifestyle. For me, it was more about the time freedom. I do not want to be on nobody's time. I don't want to feel rushed. I don't feel like I need to report someplace at a certain time. I don't like that feeling. And so I have time freedom. So if that's important to you, right? You want to make sure that you showcase that for other people to see it's possible. Your success is tied to somebody else's belief system. Write that down. Say, Jerusha said it, okay? And so that time freedom or financial freedom, whatever, purchasing what you want to purchase whenever you want, going where you want to go. I mean, be silly. Like, for me, my silliness comes out more in my TikToks, and I put those in my stories to show, I have this personality. I am a great actress. Hashtag Tyler Perry Studios. Please put me in a movie, a play. Hashtag where's my Tyler Perry. I'm ready. I'm ready today. I'm ready to audition. I'm not waiting to get ready. I am ready today. Hashtag Tyler Perry, baby. And so I get to act in the TikToks, right? I get to show my facial expressions. I get to do that. And so it's okay to be a little silly, but when it's time for business, I'm on, right? Game is on. And so it's not about what can I accomplish, but what do I want to accomplish? So a point of stories would be to show others you can do it all. You can have it all. Our intention creates our reality. So when I, in the middle of the day, go have lunch or whatever, and somebody else is at their office, they see my stories like, I wish I could go have lunch in the middle of the day. I wish I could go to the spa in the middle of the day. I don't have to wait till Saturday to go get my nails done. I don't go on the weekend because I know everybody else who works Monday through Friday go on the weekend. No, I'm going through in the week. where no one is in there but me and another stay-at-home mom. It's quiet, the music is playing, it's relaxing. That's the point. And so when you showcase things like that, there's somebody wanting that, and they might be open to your opportunity or service or whatever you have to offer. Does this make sense? Yes or yes. Say yes, Teresa. And then the third P is the pull. Okay. To pull your audience into your world, that they are looking for your stories. So once you start creating stories, like 4 to 10 stories a day. I know it's a lot. I'm still working on that 4 to 10 stories a day. But that's what they say do. And I'm the type of person, I am a student first. I'm like, all right, that's what works. 4 to 10 stories a day. And so what happens is your peoples, like the pretty people like you guys, you start looking for the stories because they want to know what you do this time. Well, what did you eat this time? Where'd you go this time? They start looking for your stories. They start looking to be entertained by you. And so they're drawn into the movie because it's a show. It is a show, and the story's like, oh, this is going to be good. And so just understand, don't take yourself too seriously. But at the same time, you do want to have value that you're giving out to the world. And so I try to do both. And so that's what you need. Yes, 4 to 10 stories a day because it's only 24 hours. So that's why it's important. All of these moments, even like this, should go into stories, right? But I'm using both of my phones on Instagram and TikTok, and I'm using a laptop here, so I don't have a phone to take this picture. So when they know you, they trust you, they will buy from you, they will support you. And so that's because you showed up publicly. That's because you shared value publicly. That's because you served them publicly, right? And so the account shouldn't be self-serving. Thank you for the hearts on TikTok. See my peoples. That it's not self-serving. Yes, I can show you some cute pictures, but I do want to make sure I share value. And so that's why showing up every day, people begin to trust you. And and you don't have to be begging people for a business. You don't have to influence them that much to purchase my Pretty People tees, right? Because they see the value that I'm giving. They want to be a part of the Pretty People community. They want to purchase the merchandise to support because I've given and given, or you have given whatever you're serving, right? And so I heard someone say, oh, she said, thank you. Write this down. If you write this down, I'm trying to think. I heard it. I don't remember it though. Oh, you don't want to have to convince people all the time, like begging. I just don't think you need to beg because there's so many other people. You don't need to beg them to buy your candles, whatever, your t-shirts, or whatever it is. You just need to share value. They need to see why you're doing it. If you convince someone to enroll in your business, their opinion doesn't really change. And I think they said if you convince someone against their own will, they are of the same opinion still. That's what it was. If you convince someone against their will, they are under the same opinion still. They actually didn't change. You just convinced them to purchase or to get started in business, and they're going to be that same person, right? Still negative, still don't believe, still not, on board with what you're doing. So you just want to make sure you educate. And so that's why even with me, I showcase the liquid collagen. I just educate. These are the benefits. This is how it's helped me. It's helped and it's better for your gut, your health, your digestion, all the things, my bones, my joints. These are the benefits. Now, if someone wants those benefits, great. They're my people. If you don't want to be healthier and have more energy like this, then it's not for you. So I don't have to convince, I have to educate. You better write that down. So building trust online takes time. Obviously, I just didn't show up today. I've been on here, since the pandemic, right? So be patient, but start today. At least go ahead and get started. Trust takes years to build, seconds to break, and forever to repair. And so write that down. Trust takes years to build. And so I said a few years now, okay? Seconds to break and forever to repair. Once somebody, they don't trust you, you lied, your program didn't work, whatever it was, now they actually have to do it. I don't like people who actually don't do it. Like I just told you, they say statistics show 4 to 10 stories every day is going to help your audience, right? This is what we've learned. Now, if you don't do that, you can't say it wasn't true. You didn't do it. And so I find a lot of people don't actually do what they're supposed to. You're supposed to be on this weight loss journey, but you didn't do it every day. You didn't exercise. You didn't drink the water. Oh, it didn't work. It didn't work, but you didn't work. Which one was it? Okay. Typically, it's you didn't work. So I would say as many stories as you like. There's no number, like, can you do more? Yes. To answer your question, you can do, there's no limit to the stories. Okay. They're just saying that number between 4 and 10 is really good to build that audience. And if you love this and you're getting value, go ahead and follow. Yes, make sure that you follow. Put collagen if you are open to getting educated about the collagen that I use. Baby, it has changed my life. It changed my life. And just know that, when someone clicks your story, you can see who liked it. Those are your peoples, right? You can see who liked it. You can see who loved it. You can see who viewed it. And if you do polls and things like that and questions, you can see the answer and who answered. Those are people you want to make that connection with. Those are people you want to collaborate with, because those people get you. They viewed it. You can build those relationships with those people. And so when you add to your stories, guess what? Every time I add a story, then Facebook sends those people a notification that Jerusha added to her story. And then you're like, oh, what did she add today? Even if it's not me, whomever it is, you're like, oh, they added a story. I want to see what it is. So when you add to your story in Instagram, you can share it to your Facebook story. So I go to Instagram and say, do you want to share the Facebook story? You say yes. So now it's shared in both places. Now, guess what? TikTok has stories too. So you want to make sure when I post, I also share it in my stories. You'll notice that more people view the stories than your feed. I can post the same thing in my feed and then post it in my stories. And then I have 1,000 people see it in my stories. And then maybe, 400 people saw it in the feed. And so it's a significant difference, because stories, they're just swiping easier, right? And they're just looking at it. And it's more entertaining. Hopefully it's more entertaining. And so there's your business tip for today. Get in the stories, right? Show up in your stories. Be more creative in your stories. Entertain the folk. Educate the folk. Empower the folk. And engage with the folk. Those are the 4 pillars of social media. So if this was helpful, make sure you put helpful in the chat. Say, Jerusha, you helped me today. If this is super helpful, put helpful. Tag 2 besties right now. Go ahead, tag 2 besties. Share the broadcast. Yes, because sharing is what? Caring. And so I will see your beautiful faces Tuesday at 1:30. I do a quick lunch and learn every Tuesday at 1:30. No matter where I am, I'm showing up. Hello, pretty people. Again, that consistency, right? And you're ready to see the show every Tuesday at 1:30. So I have to show up because I'm committed to the process. And so once you get committed to the process of your stories and your feed and your reels and your TikTok, your audience will grow. Therefore, your business will grow. Therefore, you are growing. Yes, pretty people. Good job, Jerusha. Yes, tag your business bestie right now. Jerusha, you helped me today. Yes, I helped somebody today. My job was done today. And so I always say, even if it's one person, if I help one person, Jesus, I'm like, come through, Jesus. One person get it and they implement and they do it and they see success, then I won. I have won the day. So yes, if you love this type of goodness, I love this goodness, make sure that you follow. Make sure if you want to learn more about that liquid collagen, put collagen in the chat. Yes, put collagen in the chat. You actually can text me the word collagen. So let me tell you about this AI. Let me just tell you. So I was like, all right, let me try this out. There's so many AI tools. You got to get into it. So if you text the word collagen to this number, write it down. Okay, 404-620-6929. 404-620-6929. Text the word collagen, right? That way you get the info, the science behind it, the ingredients, the different formulas of collagen that's important for your body, what you need. I'm just trying to tell you. So let me get you educated and then you decide. So I'm happy to help in that way. So if this was good, yes, 404-620-6929. Right, collagen. I got you covered. And so don't share my number with everybody. So the people that are on here are the people that's going to get it. So I'm just thankful that grace and mercy follow me. I'm Jerusha, and I'll see you on the page. Have a great day.